Hey beautiful people, welcome back to another episode of Safe Space After Dark. It is 7 p.m. and it is dark here and we are live in Dublin. Welcome to my show. It's season of love. I've got my flowers. If you haven't got your flowers, so go get yours. Yes. It's a season of love and of course I have my lovely handsome boyfriend here. Gracing our lovely chair.
Is that true?
Gracing our lovely chair here, and welcome, Andre, to Safe Space.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. I'm so excited, guys. I'm going to just give you guys a quick run through of what happened today and like how we ended up sitting on this couch to do the video. So basically, this podcast was scheduled for someone else, for a beautiful girl. This is my friend, but she now thought that I meant like next week Saturday instead of this Saturday. So she had plans, probably some love plans. And I was like, you know what, it's fine. Like you can always skip today. So yeah, we now ended up, we literally decided to do this like minutes ago, right? Or in the afternoon or something. I was like, last minute. So anyways, I'm excited to be here. I hope you're excited to be here. Every conversation that goes down today, I hope if you guys relate to it, if it makes sense to you, if you've experienced this before or something similar, don't forget to drop a comment, like the video, share the video with your friends. It's a very lovely, lovely conversation that we're going to be having here today. So let's get it. Before we start, I'm just going to give you a quick like fire this or that questions. Mm-hmm. Don't think about it too much. Just go for it, okay?
Watch me get in trouble now.
Okay. Home training or self-expression? Don't think about it, just go.
Self-expression.
Let it slide or say it first?
Say first.
Family first or me first?
Bro. Family first.
Okay. Okay. Run me through, like, you've been in the UK for like
6 years.
6 years. Run me through that 6 years. What like like friendship wise, job wise, like social life wise. Run me through that. Has that been like rosy? Is it been a roller coaster? How has it been?
I mean, definitely been a roller coaster. It's been quite of a journey from the start.
It's really living without your family and everything.
Yeah, like my folks got separated in 2012. Mm-hmm. Wow, it's been a long time ever since then. Yeah. But I moved to UK like 2019 and 2019, and then 2020 COVID hit and. But yeah, ever since I've just been working and, I never had like a fixed vision about what I want to do. Yeah. But was definitely, a hard journey. It's like when I look back, mm-hmm. It's like I could read a book. I could write a book. Sorry, I could write a book on.
That's true.
It's like 6 years and off. A lot of things I have been ever since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it's like a whole new. I've learned a lot through all this 5-6 years.
Do you think this is one of the scary question? Do you think you obviously know the journey and the difference between 2019 to now 2026. Do you think if you had your parents, like if you immigrated with your parents to UK, do you think things would have been different, or you would have still been doing the same thing that you were doing right now, or
I don't think I've been doing the same thing that. Because obviously you get the liberty to do whatever you want.
Yes.
I mean the good things,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I was what I was. Yeah. 20 years old, 21 when I moved.
Yeah.
So I guess I started like earning a buck when I was 19 years old, 20 years old, like by myself. So I kind of like try to get into the I was trying to do things by myself.
Yeah.
So I never needed
Like family.
family, like in a way that I just wanted to.
And the whole point was to do it yourself.
To do it myself, yeah. So, yeah, if that would have been the case, like living with my parents, I don't think, living with them obviously is gonna, hold me, get me back a bit here, and because I'm still living in their house, and
Yes.
but yeah, it's been.
I think
I think it's a plus. This is how I see it.
I feel like it's a plus because I know a lot of. I'm not shades on anybody. I know a lot of white family, even to this date, even those I work with, that still live with their family. Honestly, like I feel like they're so scared to go out to the world. Some of them are being smart, saving up money. They believe in this whole mortgage system, and want to live with their family. But I feel like I prefer the other routes where like I just go out there, do my thing, especially when you come from a family circle that don't really believe, not believe, like they don't really, what the things that you want to do doesn't really make sense to them. Especially when you come from that kind of lineage or space. Of course, you want to like go out, you want to do your own thing. Like you have a sister, don't you?
Yeah.
But your elder sister.
Yes.
Have you ever wished that you were to be the older sibling than her, or you liked the way it is?
No, I actually like the way it is.
You like the way it is, isn't it?
And my sister's been like such a big inspiration for me. She knows I love you. If you're watching this, Steph. But I've always been looking up to her, and I still look up to her. To this day.
Shout out to Steph.
Yes. You do clock it. I'm not gonna. All right.
It's one of these fucking decisions. Okay.
I try to
Stay connected.
stay connected with my family, like, even though like I live so far away from
Too
them.
far away.
So she's doing her own thing, and I just I really like look forward to see what she's doing next, and she's been a big inspiration for me ever since, from the very start, because she's an artist, and I've always I always wanted to be an artist myself, and I just find a form of art that I can just kind of like
And you want like
take on myself, and just be proud of, and hopefully I got.
I feel like two of you have
videography.
I feel like you guys are into the art space, but a complete different thing. But it's still into the art
different mediums, I guess.
Yes.
It's very, very interesting. So,
Speaking of, because for me, I feel like that's why we learn every day. When I actually talk, because I used to think that when white people move from like their country, let's just say if someone moves from Greece to the UK, like they didn't need like visas and they don't need any status, like they can just like migrate. I didn't know that I didn't even know that white people moving from a different country to another country is actually called immigration. Like
it is.
You're an immigrant, so it's like
it's still in someone else's country, It's not like
yes.
Oh, it's the same pigmentation, eh?
Yes.
Yes. No, it's still like
not gonna lie. I feel like there's still favor on your side. I don't really want to go into deep about like debates about the white community versus the black community, or
I'll let her speak about that. I don't want to get in trouble, bro. I'll let her say whatever.
We're literally like very sensitive, especially him. Very, very sensitive with the things that he's saying. But I feel like there's a bit of freedom in everything that I say here because black community is wherever. But let's talk about the first time we traveled together to. What was our first trip to Italy?
So you met.
Well, our first trip.
We went in like May 2024, and then 20.
And then
2024.
Yeah.
But May 2024.
Yeah.
And then we traveled like 2 months of it.
September. We traveled in September.
We traveled like in August or something.
Yeah.
September. Yeah. September. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still hot in Italy.
Yeah.
Nice, But yeah, what about that? You want?
I actually want to tell a quick story about my first experience in Italy before now, and I think it's crazy. Well, the first time I went to Italy, guys, it wasn't even. I think I was supposed to like fly past Italy to a different country to end up going to Lebanon, to Beirut in Lebanon, and that was my first time traveling alone. It was my first solo trip, having to travel alone without anybody supporting me. I'm paying for the flights, everything, And tell me why I get to Italy. I don't know if you guys are very familiar with Italian police. You would know that they are very, very feisty. And like I was there, and they were like, "Your visa." I was like, "What do you mean?" and I saw that like the stamp for the one from Ireland, they want to give you a resident permit. I'm like, that's not it. But they were speaking in Italian. I could tell that that's they're like disagreeing to whatever I was showing them. And guys, they held me hostage for almost 40 minutes because I didn't have a visa. And tell me what, I looked back at the place that they will leave you, in the immigration something there. I looked back and I saw like 3 black people in this what looked like a cell. They held them there, and not gonna lie, they were looking like so bad, like so rough, and I was literally shaking. They were literally hitting at me like, "Ah!" They were speaking the language. I was like, yo, I can't understand you. And they could speak English, not gonna lie, because I heard them speaking English. They didn't want to speak the English. And I was like, what's all this fighting about? And I didn't know that I needed a visa. That was when immigration life, like Nigerian passport versus European passport, really hit me so much that I was so shocked. They held me there for like 40 minutes, and after all the deliberation, I think one woman was like, yeah, you guys can just go. But they had security follow me from the border there to my gates to go to Turkey. It was really crazy. Like, that was my first experience with Italy, and I hated it. I'm so sorry, guys. The only reason, I'm not even going to lie to you to break your heart, the only reason why I still go to Italy is because the only reason why I still go to Italy is because your family is there and I love them so much. I want to go over and over and over again. But you know what happened with my last experience when I went to Italy?
Yeah, it was
like, dude, it's crazy. Like, guys, I went to Italy.
I mean, I'm not Italian, but just
like, that's the thing.
My parents live just
you don't have any Italian like race or anything like that. Yeah. But it was, I feel like it was just, obviously you're a white guy, so people don't care. But for me, no, I'm not even gonna lie.
True.
For me, it was crazy because everyone kept looking at me, and I had my glasses on, but like they still kept like looking at me, so in such a disgusting way. And I really understood why they were looking at me, because every black person I see in like Milan or Venice or wherever we were, they had like poor jobs. When I mean poor jobs, like not a good job, like not a respectful job. I mean, there's labor in everything that we do. There's dignity in labor that we do, but the things that they were doing compared to what an Italian man would work in a restaurant, I've never seen any black person work in a restaurant. So I feel like the negativity, like the reception I got from them till this day, it's still like that. Even to Italians that live in Ireland, when I see them pass, they still look at me like.
Yeah, I don't expect that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know too many things about
Yes.
Multiculturalism.
Like they have
By the time I got to UK,
yeah.
like, but going back now, and have with me, and I just go like, in Italy, like,
Yep.
just like you experiencing this, and I'm just there with you, and I'm like, yo. Like, I see these things. Like,
Yes.
what the hell is going on? It's not even. I've never seen a black person stare. It's just like, get the fuck out of here, stare.
Yeah, he paid attention because at some point I was ignoring. I was having to adapt to it.
Yeah.
But then he kept asking me every single second, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Because the stare was crazy, and the stare was like times 2. Because I was holding your hand the whole time. I was holding his hand the whole time, and it was crazy. Let's have a run through on traveling requirements. At some point I sat down because I was so disturbed. I was just like, why is it so bad for Nigerians to actually travel to places? Like, why so hard? Like, I'm in Ireland. I know that it's not easy for me to just say I want to wake up in the morning, I want to travel to Nigeria, or I love to travel to Nigeria, I love to travel to Kenya, I love to travel to Tanzania, my own African countries, but like the distance from here to that coast is a no joke. So we'd want to say, okay, let's go to Amsterdam. And then to go to Amsterdam, the requirements for the visa that I have to do, like every single time I put my application, I always write at the comments that I'm traveling with my boyfriend and he's European and he has a Romanian passport. So so I feel like when I put those things, it gives me a sure way to get my visa every time I put that thing. Even when I go to the UK, when I tell them my boyfriend lives in the UK, they're like, bam, stamp. It's a madness compared to when you were going on yourself, like when you're going on your own, and like you say you want to go for tourism, they're going to ask like a million questions. So it's like really crazy, the restrictions. And I'm not even going to lie, being an immigrant as a white person and being an immigrant as a black person,
especially in Europe.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, still.
It's really in Europe, especially in Europe. Like it's very, very, very tight. I think there was a time we were coming back from Paris, and we were supposed to come back from Paris and then go to UK, and then I will go from UK to Ireland the next morning. And there was this thing that they introduced that you just scan your passport and then scan your face and then walk through, and then for the blacks and the the other African countries, you have to queue. And he had done his scanned his face, went there, 14 minutes. 40 minutes he was waiting and waiting for me. We were so tired, guys. This was like night flight. So we were so tired. He was waiting. He was like, how so? I was like, I still have like 400 lines to pass. It's like, I don't want to make it seem like it's a discrimination, but I feel like in 2026, things are to be better. Even down to like renewing your passport. Like if Monita has to renew her passport, she doesn't even have to freaking go to any office. She stands at the fucking white wall, does her thing, and go. I have to really want to print like 7. Imagine in my own immigration, in my own home. This is my own immigration home, and I still have to print 1 million documents to prove that I'm Nigerian.
That's crazy shit.
To prove that this is my passport, to renew a new one, and then you have to pay some amount of money. Because Imenti didn't pay. I don't think she paid. I bet she probably didn't even pay up to 100 euros. I paid up to 100 euros. It's crazy. Have you ever, this was a wild question. Have you ever had any, like, experience? I'm going to go down to saying, I'm not going to say European. I'm going to say down to Romanian. Have you ever had any weird experience as just being a Romanian, and you go out in events and people look at you and I'm Romanian?
I mean, it's just like
the usual stereotypes, isn't it?
It's the usual stereotypes sometimes, but there's a lot of us, I try to be one of them.
Yeah.
Like, kind of, just good people in society and do good stuff.
Yeah.
Like mind their own business and stuff.
Yeah.
So like,
try to prove
as we all should.
Yes, as we all should.
I have a lot of like friends from here, from UK.
Yes.
That I get the sarcasm and I get the jokes.
Yes.
I don't mind hearing.
Yes.
But it's like discrimination or anything like that. It's just it's just friends jokes,
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess to do
I think we have a stereotype.
We do have a reputation, like of just
every country has a reputation.
yes, every country has. I came to the UK and I saw different cultures, and they all have like different reputations, different stereotype. The stereotypes.
Hold on. What's our stereotype as a Edo, not as a Nigerian girl, from a Benin, like from Edo states? You know. No, you do know.
Bro, okay.
What's the stereotype? Don't lie.
Okay.
Don't lie to
I don't remember.
as a girl from Edo states.
Right.
Edo girls. What's our stereotype? What's one stereotype you've heard about Edo girls? You do know. Oh my God.
I don't remember.
Guys, if I tell someone I'm from Edo State now, and from people that really know about Edo girls, the first thing they're gonna think is like, we're witches, do we do juju?
Oh.
Yeah. What do you mean? You don't know?
Yeah,
Literally,
juju,
like the stereotype with.
Yeah, I actually didn't know what.
At some point, I'm liking it. I told you, like at some point he would joke with me and be like, but for real, do you do juju? And it's okay to ask those kind of questions because yes, people in Edo State to this date still practice like, traditional life and traditional religion and everything. So when you still ask me those things, at some point, but the first time I was just like, why would that stupid Ghanaian person say this about me? But then at some point, every time he asks me, but do you do juju though? I'm just like, what do you think? And I'm just like, what do you think? Because I really don't care anymore. Because at the end of the day, I know that's the same thing with you. It's the stereotype that people have about like Romanian people. Like at some point, you just don't care anymore because you want to pray, you want to pour your own integrity in the society and in the community. You don't really care how people see you or what people see you. And I think that's what matters.
Yeah, it's just you just try to fit in like as any other person. When you move to a country, like you just try to fit in. And then you realize that you're doing so much of just trying to fit in. And you just kind of have to take it down, take it down a notch.
Yeah,
and to look at it from the perspective of how true I stay to myself.
Yeah.
Which means like how much am I like am I doing all of this just like the attention, or like,
Yeah.
or just to fit in, to have friends, or you know, like,
Yeah.
or I can just be myself, and you know, like, still gonna.
I'm gonna go a little bit on our like as being interracial couples. Just a question, just one question, because I know we're going to talk about this. But like, have you ever been in a situation, or in a group of table, and people find out that people know that you're dating a black girl, and you have, like, let's just say you have white girls looking at you, like, do you think that's a thing?
What's that saying?
Like, white guys being judged for dating black women. Do you think it's a thing?
No, I don't think so. I think it's like
It's the opposite.
I think it's just, it's definitely it's like it's a plus,
It's a plot.
Yeah, it's like, no, I wanted to say it. This is my opinion of that. Like, it's a pure, point and simple. Yeah.
Yes. I still get that thing of when I see it, there's something about I notice when I'm walking down the road and I'm holding your hand, like, so we're walking like in Dublin or the city center. Like, I see like a black uncle or a black auntie walks past us, like holding hands. They always give this eye, like, and I'm just like, they always like, the face on a normal day, their face is already like, but when they see me and they're not even looking at him, they look at me. It's like, what do you, they give you that eye? What did your mother tell you? What did you not get any training from her? And and I know it's because it all comes down to a lot of ignorance, a lot of not uncivilized. I don't know how to put the word, but it all comes down to people still not. I'm not even good. This is not always shit on Nigerian aunties, even white people. When I used to work in a hotel, my manager, she's from Poland. She used to tell me that even to this date, her grandfather and her father, like, they're still down racist, like because they've never traveled before. They don't know anything about life. They don't know social media. They've not traveled to get to see Chinese people, to see black people.
Yeah, at some point I just think it's
It's
a matter of, it's a matter of awe when you see different people than you.
Yes.
Because you never experience other people, like, you never seen.
Yeah.
It is a form of racism, of course.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like a soft racism.
It's like,
yeah.
like, don't be judging based on the stereotype that you hear from society and everything, because that's just ruining our humanity with with each other. Even in a civilized country, we still think a lot of us from Nigeria, a lot of people from the village, they still want to be stuck to that
mentality.
That mentality that it's only the black people, it's only the white people. The white people should be alone. Black people, like, it's a two separate thing. But at the end of the day, it's not the color. It's it's just our human self. Like, and it's a month of love, guys. Show some love. We're okay here. We don't do all of those sort of things that you guys do. Yes. So, guys, this is Safe Space After Dark, and thank you guys for watching. If this content, if you relate to this content, if you feel like what we're saying does make sense, and if you think it doesn't make sense, it's still an open chat. It's still an open chat to drop something, and let's see what we think about it. So maybe in our next topic we might pick some stories, and we might still pick some instances, and hopefully and talk about this with our next guest. It's 8 p.m. on Safe Space After Dark. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like. Make sure to hit the bell. And for my Instagram family, thank you guys for rooting for me. I see all of you guys. I see the DMs. I see the emojis. I see everything. I see the follows as well. But make sure to follow our page on Instagram as well. Instagram and YouTube, Safe Space After Dark, SSAD _7 p.m. And stay tuned for more content. We love you guys.